2012 Central Section Basketball Champions, or Finals, I should say. We're doing the boys Division III here. This is the 4 o'clock game where we've got number 6 seed, the Ridgeview Wolfpack, I should say, taking on the top seeded Mount Whitney Pioneers here for the Division III title. And we're just about ready for tip-off. I'm Ed Alcaraz here with Brian Vilvin. Brian, are you feeling this? You ready to go?
Oh, I'm ready, baby. Let's do this. Just had a great girls final, 49-46, came down to a last-second shot. Looking forward to this Division III Boys Championship.
Yes, we're just awaiting tip-off. We're just seconds away here. And the Wolfpack, just to give you a quick history, they last won in 2010. And Mount Whitney here is going to get first crack at getting onto the scoreboard. Kind of moving the ball here, moving the ball around here near top of the key. And a pressure defense by Ridgeview as they're able to create the turnover, and they give it right back. And here's Mount Whitney on the fast break. A little bit too strong off the glass. They're able to save it there. And there's Ryan Loy, unable to put the shot down. Ridgeview in purple and white.
Nice
and high off the glass there. And that's Kenyon Rosk.
I think that was actually Brock Martin on the take there.
Brock Martin.
And the officials letting Mount Whitney get away with a little bit of contact there. Looks like they're going to call this one, not going to call this one as tight as we may have seen in some of the other matchups. So.
Well, I've always been one to say just let them play. Let them settle it on the court. Let's see if the referees kind of continue that here through this contest. All right, we've got a pretty vocal crowd here for both sides. As the Wolfpack kind of moving the ball around. 3-point shot there taken. Tyler Ferguson unable to get it to go down. And that's high off the glass. That was a block there. And a fast break. Javier Kirksey. They're drawing the foul.
Nice defensive play there by Will Nelson, knocking that ball out of bounds.
So far, both teams seem to be in fifth gear here to start this ball game off. And that was Jeremy Lee there trying to knock down a three. Couldn't get it to go down. And that's Ryan Loy there getting fouled.
Kenyon Ross with the foul. First foul for either team this game. 6:16 to play in the first.
So far here in these 2012 Central Section Basketball Finals, this is the lowest seed we've seen.
The 6th seed coming in here, Ridgeview, upsetting their way all the way to the finals.
And with something like that, you know they're coming in, they're dangerous. This is the kind of team you can't take lightly. Rattled in and out as he misses both free throws there. But getting back to that, this is the kind of team you're not going to want to take lightly. Momentum seems to be on their side here as they've made it to the Division III Finals.
Nice look. They're trying to get the ball down low to Kenyon Rosk, a senior forward for the Wolfpack. And they get the ball to him again. Being defended nicely once again, Will Nelson with another defensive play.
There for the lay-in. Will Nelson there as we're knotted up 2 apiece.
Well, Ross did a nice job blocking Jalen Watson that time, but a good follow by Will Nelson for the bucket.
It seems the Wolfpack here early on, they're going to spread the ball out around and look to take the best shot that Mount Whitney's going to give them. There couldn't get it to go, and we've got a collision near half court.
Blocking foul. Charge to Ridgeview. Number 1, Brock
Brock Martin's going to be the one that comes up with a foul there.
Both teams playing, the Ridgeview Wolfpack in a 2-3 zone, while Mount Whitney playing man-to-man defense. And those three-pointers are going to be open against a 2-3 zone.
As they're able to pick up the offensive rebound there. There's a turnover. The ball back over to Ridgeview.
Great quick hands on that play.
And that three-pointer is going to come up short.
Javier Kirksey missing that three, and he's the one with the steal on the other end.
There you go. Alex Palomino draining the three-pointer. And that's going to put the Pioneers up here early, 5-2.
Nice take, good strong take, Brock Martin.
Brock Martin's with all of the points here so far. 5-4 with 4:20 to go here in the first quarter. The Pioneers over the Wolfpack in the Division III boys final.
You can watch highlights or replay of today's game in our on-demand section, and you can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIFCentral.tv. Click on Buy DVD, and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime. Brought to you by CIFCentral.tv.
Ed Alcaraz here with Brian Vilvin. And we've got about 4:20 left on the clock here in the first quarter. Ridgeview, the 6th seed, taking on Mount Whitney, top seed here in Division III. And it's a tightly contested game so far here. We got a 5-4 score. We got Mount Whitney trying to get it down the court.
The big fellow making his presence felt, Kenyon Rusk, down low for the Wolfpack.
And I tell you, that was some pretty good ball handling there throughout. He's on his back. One of the Pioneers players was able to get a pass off. All for naught as the shot was missed. Ridgeview is going to have possession here. As you got Brock Martin bringing it down the court as he passes it off there to Javier Kirksey. Back up to Martin near midcourt. Back over to Kirksey. And we're going to get a travel on Kirksey. They're going to hand the ball back over to Mount Whitney here.
So low scoring first quarter here. 3:45 left to play in the first, and only 9 combined points between the two teams.
But as we've seen throughout the finals here, seems to be a tale of two halves. And that's Alex Palomino.
We've seen Palomino drill one from the outside, and now a pretty finish off the glass.
He's got 5 of the 7 points here for the Pioneers so far.
But even on that shot attempt by Alex Palomino, you could see that he was aware of Kenyon Ross's presence as he kind of adjusted his shot midair, knowing that Ross has been around blocking a few balls already on the defensive end.
Definitely aware of that. They're going to have to try to steer clear of Mr. Ross if they're looking to have success in the paint.
Shot clock violation against the Wolfpack.
And here you go as Mount Whitney gets possession due to that violation as they're going to bring it in. And both teams content to just kind of spread it around. They're kind of getting a feel for one another, seeing what the other will kind of give and take. Shot off the back of the rim. Ridgeview able to come up with it, and that's Brock Martin.
They're going to get Martin with the hold there. Nice steal by Jalen Watson, and then Martin tried to get the ball back. Maybe a little frustration foul there, Ed, as he gets the hold. His second foul, third team foul on the Wolfpack.
Well, I tell you, there's no way he was happy with turning the ball over there.
Bam.
There's a three by Palomino, his second of the first quarter.
Alex Palomino's got 8 of the 10 points for the Pioneers.
I tell you, it's a 10-4 ball game here. 2:21 to go. With the Pioneers up by 6. And we're going to have a timeout.
Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIFcentral.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246.
Ed Alcaraz and Brian Vilvin here. We've got a little bit over 2 minutes left to go here in the Division III boys final. Live from Fresno. CIFcentral.tv covering the ball game here for you. And coming in as the number 6 seed, the Ridgeview Wolfpack. I tell you, they're definitely coming in upset-minded. The road to get here was not easy in any way, shape, or form. That said, it's done and over with. They're here.
Yeah, now you got to perform on the stage.
This is the game. You got to make it count. No easy task taking on the top-seeded Mount Whitney Pioneers, coming in at 28-5. As Ridgeview here with the possession. Off the back of the rim. Rebound to the Pioneers.
Oh, elevation from Ross.
You had both players going up. And that looked more like a reverse tip-off there rather than a shot trying to be taken to the basket. As the Pioneers are gonna get possession. Leading 10-4 here with 1:56 to go in the first period. And I tell you, Brian, that was a good defensive play there. Pretty much stopping Palomino in his tracks.
Well, Ross sure can fly. He's playing on a different level than most of the guys we've seen so far here in terms of how high he is up in the air. Not a lot can get above his outstretched arm.
I tell you, you're going to have to give me a pretty big ladder to match up with what this kid's able to do as far as reaching heights. And there's a three-point shot nowhere near the mark. Ridgeview able to get the rebound. They're going to get a fresh shot clock.
Great atmosphere here for the Division III boys final.
There's another turnover. Colton Dollenberg all by himself there, able to lay it on in. The 6'6" junior center gets on the board. As Ridgeview finds himself down by 8 with less than a minute to go here in the first quarter. Shot up off the back of the rim. Rebound Mount Whitney.
With only 4 fouls here in the first quarter, the quarter has flown by.
As the Pioneers spreading it out and around. Oh, that one looked halfway in. I wonder if you get credit.
That's like one of those putts that comes back around and rings around the cup and comes all the way back towards you. Hate those.
And I tell you, down there, the kid who took the shot's probably saying, "Aw, shucks." Here's the case as the Pioneers drain the first free throw, and that's Will Nelson there. He'll get a second shot here. Pioneers up by 9, 13-4, with a little over 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And
another one.
In and out there, and right back to Will Nelson. And he dishes it out to Alex Palomino, and guess what Palomino did? Shoots and makes another three-pointer. That's his third of the first period here. You got the Pioneers up 16-4. They're able to get the rebound, and it's going to end the first quarter. Offensively, not much going on for Ridgeview as they only managed to put up 4 points here. Pioneers throw up 16. 9 of those on 3 3-pointers. by the senior forward, Alex Palomino. So at the end of the first period, Pioneers 16, Wolfpack 4.
Want to have your game broadcast live on the internet and be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program? Want to give your students the opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info@kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise up to $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info, I-N-F-O, @kbcsports.com, or call us at 619-677-3246.
Ed Alcarez alongside Brian Vilvin. Manny Nunez manning the vast and very sophisticated soundboard, video board, and pretty much telephone line. Everything we got going here for today's ball game. And I tell you, he's a one-man wrecking crew, that Nunez. Back to the action here as we've got the start of the second quarter with Mount Whitney. Setting it up, and like I mentioned before, they're content with getting a lot of different looks.
Well, Ed, I think the best person to slow down Alex Palomino's scoring output at this point is Coach Bob Aguilar. He's got Palomino on the bench to start the second quarter.
There you go. That's pretty much the only way we're going to stop this kid.
Lights out from downtown, 11 points in the quarter.
I tell you, 3 3-pointers. I don't think I've made 3 3-pointers in my entire life. And this kid did it in the span of 8 minutes. As Ridgeview brings the ball up to the offensive side there. Way out to the 3-point mark, in and out. They're able to get the rebound there. There are a lot of hands moving, a lot of the ball exchanging some of those hands.
And no fouls being called. I like it, letting them play.
I tell you, and this is the kind of ball game you like to see, where the referees, not that they're turning a blind eye, but they're basically saying, you know what, these guys have earned the right to be here. Let's give them a little bit of leeway.
And it's not like guys are getting completely clobbered down there. It's just, it's up in the air where an official could call it and not get too much garbage, but might as well just let them play.
I tell you, nothing wrong with an elbow here or there, just as long as there isn't any bloodshed. I think that's the point you're going to start hearing whistles as we go here. Nothing wrong with a good elbow. We do that up here in the broadcast booth too. I tell you, no harm, no foul. Ridgeview with the ball here. Looking desperately to put some points on the board. As that one hits off the front of the rim. Rebound, Brock Martin.
That was a beautiful rebound and putback there. Brock Martin in perfect position, and then a little jump stop and an easy bucket, get himself in good position there.
Oh, and that one was in and out. It seems the bucket to our left seems to just not want to give. It reminds me of one of those carnival, where it doesn't give you anything.
And that's the third one on Will Nelson, the third time he's had one ringing around.
Well, the good thing is there's no stuffed animals to buy here, and there's no money you have to pay to take a shot.
And he gets that one there. He gets the friendly bounce that time.
He gets it there.
Will Nelson's earned it.
And I tell you, and that was the first elbow of the ball game thrown by Brian Vilvin to my right forearm. I'm sure it's not going to be the last. Here we go, second shot here. And that one will drop for Nelson. 18-6 here for the Pioneers over the Wolfpack. 6:45 to go in the second period.
Gotta love that. You see the Mount Whitney Pioneers bench, all of them clapping with the fans, chanting defense.
Nice move to the basket there. I'll tell you, Bryson Molen there, the senior forward. That was a pretty one. As he gets his team to within 10 of Mount Whitney. We're going to have some substitutions here.
The sharpshooters back in, Palomino, along with Jalen Watson for the Pioneers.
And I don't think anybody noticed, but he had a couple of glasses of Gatorade there, crumbled up the cup, swoosh, all trash can.
Oh,
both of
nailed them, huh?
He not only made it into the trash can, but he made it on to Ridgeview side of the trash can. The kid just can't miss today. Here we go, the Pioneers back on offense, and that's just they're gonna lay it on in there, and that was Jalen Watson, senior guard, throwing in at his 2 points.
Now the official's telling them to watch the chippiness there and getting everything under control. 6:07 to play in the second quarter.
Let's keep it a gentleman's ball game here. We're at 20-8, in favor of the Pioneers. You've got Ridgeview still trying to figure out how they're going to start clicking on offense here. Down by 12 with a little bit less than 6 minutes to go here before the half. And there, just a bad shot. Couldn't even get any of the rim. And they're going to turn it over to the Pioneers.
And it happened right in front of the Mount Whitney student section. They're letting them hear about it.
So if you're Coach Purdy here for Ridgeview, what kind of things are you drawing up in hopes of getting to spurring your offense? And there's a loose ball. Brock Martin up and in.
Well, Brock Martin came to play some basketball today.
I tell you,
he's doing a real nice job.
He's got 8 of 10 here so far for the Wolfpack. You got Jalen Watson moving this offensive round. Oh, that almost out of bounds. The ball's up in the air. And what you know it, in the middle of everything, there's Brock Martin, number 1, the senior point guard.
And Martin gets called with the travel, but it looked like his ankle kind of buckled underneath him. Glad to see he's okay, but a tough break there for the senior guard, Brock Martin.
I'll tell you, the inbounds pass, we're seeing a lot of the balls just go straight up. It seems like there's a lot of tips.
Palomino finally missed one.
And there we go. We're going to have a Pioneer going to the, I was getting ready to say the line of scrimmage. The foul line. I'm still in football mode. Part of me is, I tell you. You know, Jalen Watson.
6th foul on the Ridgeview Wolfpack compared to just 1 foul against Mount Whitney.
Discipline here so far for the Pioneers. That seems to be the theme on both ends. As they've got an 11-point lead with possibly it becoming 12, depending on the outcome of this free throw by Jalen Watson. As he kind of surveys, takes a deep breath, and here it is.
Perfect.
He drops it on in there. 22-10 lead for the Pioneers with about 5 minutes to go before the half. Brock Martin here driving the lane, almost able to get it in. And I tell you, it looked like a mugging on a New York City subway there. They'd let that go on for a few seconds.
Jacob Zito and Bryson Moland ripping for that ball. The possession arrow goes to Ridgeview.
And you're going to have Kirksey here, Javier Kirksey in with the inbounds. Kenyon Ross touching it back to Martin. They're spreading this out. And I tell you, nothing seems to be falling here for Ridgeview early on.
That's a bad foul on Kenyon Ross. That's his 2nd foul. At least if he's going to get a foul, you want to have it trying to block a shot or something, not trying to reach in after a defensive rebound for the opposition. And they're in the bonus, so Will Nelson will go to the line, have a chance to extend this Mount Whitney 12-point lead.
And he's made 3 of 4 so far. Will Nelson has, the forward/senior center. And he misses the first of a one-on-one. You've got Martin there driving the lane. Wasn't able to get the shot to go, but he does pick up the foul.
Brock Martin does a nice job getting through the defenders, getting all the way to the basket. 2nd foul on the Pioneers, that one against Jacob Zito.
And I tell you there, this just really nothing seems to be falling for the Wolfpack as that one bounces in and out. Here's his second attempt. Here's the second free throw. That one goes for Martin. That'll give him 9 here in the first half. And the Pioneers almost gave it away right there.
Nice job, Tucker Mendonca.
And off the front of the rim there for Palomino. Couldn't get it to go, and he's missed his last couple of three-point attempts. Weaving his way through traffic. Another attempt at a three, unable to get it to drop.
I'm going to call it jump ball here.
Jump ball, and it's going to be in favor of Mount Whitney. 3:57 here with the Pioneers up 22-11. Not much of a scoring affair. Inbounds pass, nothing doing. That's Javier Kirksey on the fast break.
Gotta be a travel there. Oh, great hustle play. You hate to see that. But
that was Mendoza.
Nothing the officials could do but call a travel.
I think he slid a good 30 feet with the ball.
But Coach Aguilar's got to be pleased. His guy was down on the floor trying to fight for that. Fight for possession. Under 4 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Back up to the top of the key for Martin. Out to Jeremy Lee. Back to Martin. We've got Kirksey with the ball now. And there's Martin for the three. Oh, that's a great shot now, finally, maybe. The rim is going to start to give as Martin's able to hit the three to make it 22-14 in favor of the Pioneers here.
Nice block and a fancy dribbling. Look at this.
I tell you, and that was Kenyon Ross on the block.
I think a good timeout by Coach Aguilar there for Mount Whitney talking to the troops.
So with a timeout here, 3:11 to go in the second period. You've got the Mount Whitney Pioneers up 22-14 over the Ridgeview Wolfpack. And Brian, what do you got to say for yourself right about now?
KBCSports.com will be providing live audio coverage of the State Regional Basketball Championships, as well as the finals. March Madness comes to high school basketball in California on March 17th for the Regional Basketball Championships. 4 venues of coverage around the state. Then the following weekend, March 23rd and 24th, it's the California State Basketball Championships. You can catch it all on KBCSports.com, your home for high school sports.
Brian, I could go on and on just sitting here listening to you. You could sell ice to the Eskimos, my friend, but we've got basketball to get back to here. 22-14, second period with about 3 minutes to go before the half. As Ridgeview has possession, and we're going to go ahead and get a travel. You know, I was really bad in basketball growing up, and even now as I try to play, my friends call me Travelocity. I don't know what it means, but they're either doing the hustle there with their hands or, you know, I don't know. I'm just going to stick to broadcasting the game as opposed to trying to play.
I was going to say, yeah, you're pretty good at recognizing a travel out there.
I tell you, yeah, I could see it a mile away. But I tell you, the group I play with, they're the toughest sixth graders I've ever met. They're really tough on me. Back to the action here as the Wolfpack inbounds. Martin dishing it back out. Tyler Ferguson at the top of the key. He's looking around. Takes the shot off the top of the rim. Rebound to the Wolfpack, and nothing doing.
Got to be a reach in there, yep. Can't let him play that much. Jeremy Lee going to be called.
I tell you, Barron taking the kid's sneakers off. The referee pretty much gave him some leeway there, but you're right. At some point, you got to call it. So this is game 4 of game 6 that we're bringing to you here today from Selland Arena. Beautiful Fresno, California.
Will Nelson's the only guy on the court that realized there was a 1-and-1.
And I tell you, that it pays off. Court awareness there. Will Nelson. Number 44.
And I think now he's at the line for 2 shots.
First one a little bit short there as it hits the front of the rim. You got substitutions coming in for Ridgeway. As you got Tyler Ferguson having a seat with Bronson Moland coming on in. 2nd and 2 here for Nelson. In and out. Rebound, Kenyon Rosk. As Ridgeview is trying to cut into this lead, this 8-point lead of the Pioneers. Right there, the ball through the hands of Javier Kirksey, and I think that's just a case of he was already making that next move before he had the full possession of it. And that's going to give the ball back to Mount Whitney here.
3 fouls on Brock Martin, not a good sign if you are a Wolfpack fan. He's been the offensive spark plug for the Wolfpack.
He's got 12 of 14 here for Ridgeview. And they're making the first of 2 is the senior guard, Ryan Loy. Off the front of the rim. And that's Kenyon Rosk with the rebound. Looked for a second that they were about to hand over possession back to the Pioneers, able to regain their composure. And we're going to get a foul call there on, it looks like Jeremy Lee.
Holding violations charged to number 42.
Oh, I corrected. Mr. Palomino. And that's not the way you want to get your name called here in this ball game. As the Wolfpack, the inbound pass. Jeremy Lee puts it up for 3. Unable to get it. And they're on the fast break. Tucker Mendonca, the junior guard, number 12. They're getting onto the scoring sheet with his first 2. And we got a 25-14 Mount Whitney lead here with about 1:35 to go in the second quarter.
Ed, you know how much I love that length of the court pass. Beautiful feed and a great finish.
And they're just a clean, just to let him a little bit too much there. And that was Tucker Mendonca.
That's one of those, if you make the no-look pass and it works out, and it's a really beautiful thing. That time, unable to do so, but still a nice steal and a nice take, and they've got an 11-point lead to the Pioneers.
And Ryan Loy just a little bit out of his reach. Led him a little bit too far. Unable to come up with it. You've got the Wolfpack on the go. It seems that they just haven't been able to get inside.
Count it.
They're going to count the basket there. So we're going to get a chance at a 3-point play. And that was on Jacob Zito. Bryson Moland at the free throw line. He's got a chance to bring his team back to within 8.
10 fouls on Ridgeview, only 5 on Mount Whitney.
And he drains it. 25-17 here, Mount Whitney with about a minute to go in the first half of this Division III boys final.
Still a 2-3 zone for the Wolfpack. Nice steal.
Get the foul there on the fast break, Jeremy Lee. And the one thing I will give, if I had to give the arrow to either one of these teams, I like the speed and the quickness so far that the Wolfpack has shown. It hasn't translated into a lead or even as many points as they like, but you could think if they're able to just kind of find some consistency.
Yeah, one of the hardest things when you're moving at such a quick speed like that is to be able to get under control when you're near the basket. Throwing up a lot of wild shots and just hoping to get to the line, but sometimes if you just take that extra jump step, then you have an opportunity to get a good look at the bucket and get a couple of points for your team.
As Jeremy Lee makes the first of 2 free throws here. He's got the Mount Whitney, as he nails the second of the 2 free throws, and he had the Mount Whitney student section giving it to him pretty good there as they got kind of loud. Pioneers here with a 6-point lead. Able to get their rebound, block shot. Pull it back out, survey, see what's going on. As they keep possession here, the shot clock at 7. We're going to get a rebound there by Dylan Warren as Ridgeview gives the ball up. We got a 3-on-1, and there's a slam dunk. Woo, doggy. Will Nelson. Right here, right now. That just happened. And we're at the half.
What a way to end the half. Wow.
Now, I tell you what, Will Nelson, he'd had enough. And he just slammed it on down there. As we end this first half, we've got Mount Whitney 27, Ridgeview 19. And your thoughts here on the first half of play?
Well, I think that's a pretty emphatic way to end the half. It looked like Ridgeview was coming back, creeping back into it, down by just 6. They had an opportunity at a fast break. Instead, they lost the ball again. And then a very unselfish pass back to Will Nelson for the big slam dunk to end the half over a Ridgeview player. And just like that, Mount Whitney has the momentum back and an 8-point lead at the half.
And so far for Ridgeview, you're looking at the Brock Martin show. Without Martin there, this team doesn't seem to be going. They haven't found their offensive rhythm. It seems like they're still moving around, still trying to make changes, trying to get inside and maybe muscle their way into some points in the paint. It hasn't happened here so far, as all of the muscling has belonged to the Pioneers, as they have an 8-point lead here at the break. And we're going to go ahead and step away here for a few minutes, but when we get back, we'll come back to the start of the third quarter with the Pioneers leading 27-19 over the Ridgeview Wolfpack.
3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run this to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
He took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just
holy cow!
can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons win. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take. And there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot, kept alive, back in one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Castanon Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stag.
Hancock to his immediate left. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Hancock on a counter, right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Helix. And behind Hancock, the field is littered with white jerseys on the turf.
Wow. Hancock not to be outdone by his fellow playmakers on offense. Put on a show on that short 12-yard touchdown run. Looked like he was down after 3 yards, just threw a defender on the ground.
As sophomore Chris Carter steps under center in their tight wing formation. Lycos in motion. Second back through is Freeman. Freeman just knocking people over. Look at him run. Breaks through. 4 tackles. And now it's just a foot race to the end zone. And Freeman's going to go the distance. Touchdown Imperial on the first play of the second half. 2nd and 6 for Imperial from their own 47. They're going to give it to Freeman again off the left side. And Freeman gets by one wave and down across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Look at him run down to the 20-yard line. One man to beat. Gets by him. Touchdown Freeman. How did he do that? Holy cow. 64-yard touchdown run. His 5th of the game. Royce Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the top rushing and the as I look over to our partners at KXO Radio, the top rusher in the San Diego section for the next 2 years.
That's just amazing. That is just amazing. They hit him in the backfield. They hit him at the line of scrimmage. They hit him a couple yards downfield. They hit him again near the goal line.
No 5-second count can be started. Nobody was close enough defensively. Lyle's going to swing left side. Robinson. Here is a backdoor lob for Grant. They've been wanting that all game. And they got it, 50-42. They lulled you to sleep, and then they hit Grant on the back door.
They trail by 2. McMorrow's kick is on the way, and it is good. St. Augustine has their first lead of the game, 21-20 with 25 seconds to play. The senior McMorrow with a huge kick, not the longest of his career, but the biggest of his career. St. Augustine leads it 21 to
already lining up. They won't even have to run that one more play. They just acquiesce.
Why bother?
So there you have it. Your 5-time defending Division III champions, the Cathedral Catholic Dons, running up over and through Olympian 41-0 here from Qualcomm Stadium.
Patriots down 21-17. Great ball game here. Dillon taking it, looking right, throwing it up top to Gaines. It will be caught by Gaines. Oh my goodness. It looked like the defender had it, but Gaines stole it away from him. Jason Gaines, are you kidding me, my friend? Oh boy. It looked like for sure we had an interception by the Tories, but as they both were going to the ground, Jason Gaines just wrestled it away from him. Shane Dillon to Jason Gaines on an 11-yard play.
Fanchen in the game, now out, replaced by Hayashi, the libero for defense. Wenzel serve. Championship point, ball up in the air. Hayashi's going to bring it back. Richards, deep one over and 3. Free opportunity. Look for Wallace. No, they go Becker. Hayashi, then tap over and 2 by Hollingsworth. Now look for Wallace for the match.
Kathleen Wallace. No better way for the Bulls to finish it than giving it to their senior leader.
25-12, 25-15, and with 8 straight points to close out their 3rd straight D5 championship on a kill by Kathleen Wallace. 25-21 in Game 3. Branson has won the D5 title.
To the backfield, it's Hernandez and Northcutt. Set to throw is Thomas. Has time. Goes for the home run. It's intercepted in the end zone. Seemed like they tried to go to Martin, and Martin slipped. Stockton, Hilmar, and Escalon. That's going to do it, folks. Victory formation, take a kneel. The clock comes out. The clock will tick down. The players jumping up at midfield. I think I see a Gatorade. Did we have a Gatorade shower?
We most certainly did. Casey Taylor getting the shower there. Very much deserved.
Down to 12.
Great tackle there by Ronald Williams there to make the stop for Helix.
And the Helix fans are starting to celebrate here. This is going to be the final play. 5 seconds. Pow will hand it off. and they're going to get in the end zone touchdown. That's Keegan who gets in, but that's going to be the end of the ball game. 44-6 will be the score. So Oceanside scores on the final play of the ball game.
And gets a consolation prize just to make this is kind of say that, hey, we didn't get shut out.
So 44-6 is your score. And Helix is celebrating on the sideline. Oceanside streak of 7 straight championship games has been ended.
2 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Clock rolling, 3rd down and 15 for the Patriots. Dylan, he's got time.
Welcome back to Selland Arena here, Fresno, California, for the 2012 Central Section Basketball Championships, Division III. 27-19, Mount Whitney over Ridgeview to start the 3rd quarter of play here as the Wolfpack of Ridgeview get the first possession.
Good strong take by Martin. You talked about it. When he gets taken toward the basket, that's when the Ridgeview offense really starts clicking.
He seems to be the catalyst for everything that's going to happen offensively for the Wolfpack.
Third foul on Jacob Zito for the Pioneers, so something to keep an eye on for Mount Whitney.
Some of the things here in the second half that Ridgeview is going to have to do to overcome this 8-point deficit, in your opinion, Brian?
Well, I think they've got to get something going on the offensive end. They've had good looks. They just haven't been able to fall, and they had some good momentum going as the second quarter came to a close, but all that came crashing down with the big Will Nelson slam dunk to end the half. So just kind of get back on track where they were at the end of the second quarter there, and they'll be right back in this game.
And a give and go there. And Will Nelson with his 2nd consecutive touching of the rim. There you go. So Mount Whitney grabs 2 in the answer to Brock Martin's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 29-20 with about 7 minutes to go here in the third period. As Ridgeview is going to try to keep it close. There's a partial block by the aforementioned Will Nelson.
So Will Nelson, 2 consecutive dunks and a block.
I tell you, he's starting to heat up, the big guy is.
What have you done for me lately,
Yeah,
Will?
exactly.
Is that all he's got is 2 dunks and a block? Come on, Will. 3 possessions, 3 huge plays.
Yeah,
I love it.
He's got us yawning up here in the booth. Let's see if he can dazzle us, if you would.
Doing a nice job.
As he's rakes in that pass as they're spreading it around here. Nelson pulls up with the 3. It's going to come up short. Rebound by Ridgeview.
Tyler Ferguson on good defense there. Oh, Jeremy Lee left his feet. You never want to leave your feet when you don't know where you're going with the ball. Just threw that one out of bounds, but that's all because he went off the ground a little bit prematurely.
Well, I'll tell you right there, his speed just took over as he flew by. But as you said, unable to plant and do anything else with it. Turns the ball over back to the Pioneers.
Alex Palomino hasn't attempted a shot in a little while.
And there Nelson drives the lane, and he's going to get fouled. And he'll get 2 attempts here to try to tack on more points to the Pioneers' 9-point lead.
3 personal fouls on Kenyon Ross. That's going to be something to keep an eye on. The big fellow controlling the middle for the Wolfpack, the middle man on that 2-3 zone.
As Nelson sinks the first free throw as he's ready to attempt the second. Sinks that one too. So we're at 31-20 here with about 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Ridgeview looking to try to break through offensively and maybe string together a little run.
Good strong take by Ross.
Ross in the middle. He's going to get fouled, and he'll head to the free throw line here to see if he can cut into this Pioneers lead. as we talked about what Ridgeview needs to do to get back into this ball game, on the flip side of that, what does Mount Whitney need to do to pretty much hold on to this lead and come away with the championship?
Well, the Pioneers just need to keep on chipping. They're doing a nice job getting their offense set. You know, they seem to be under control most of the time. I'd keep feeding the ball to Will Nelson. He's been real strong down low, and Alex Palomino, he was the one who got them the lead originally in the first quarter. Try to get him a few open looks, maybe at 3 or, 10, 15-foot jumpers. Kind of extend this lead that they've got.
And in and out.
Almost on cue.
In and out there for Palomino. It looked good. He had plenty of time, was able to set and take a good shot, but the rim, unforgiving, wouldn't give it to him. From the top of the key, Jeremy Lee unable to get it to go. Palomino on the fast break, and he's going to go ahead and drop 2 in.
What a finish with the finger roll. That's the only shot that he could make there, and he did it beautifully.
And I tell you, you go from Nelson. Oh, there's a almost steal by the Pioneers as it's tipped out. And Ridgeview will maintain possession here as they add one more to their lead, as it's a 12-point lead here with 4:49 in the third quarter. 33-21. Mount Whitney over Ridgeview. As they're trying to spread it around, seeing if they can find that shot.
Ooh. Kenyon Ross tried to come in for the slam.
And there you go. Brock Martin on the steal, able to drop 2 and get the deficit back down to 10.
Pretty finish by Martin.
Seeing as how there was just purple on that side of the court, there were a few ways he could have taken that. Instead, just decided on the safe, just finger roll all in, and that's exactly what he did. We got a 33-23 game here with 4:05 to go. And there's that long pass that you seem to adore so much. Brock Martin gets the 2, and he's going to get a chance at a bonus shot here. 33-25.
Beautiful length of the court pass. You called it, Ed. That's my favorite. It just gets a guy open. If you throw a pass in the perfect spot, the pass basically catches the guy and puts him in perfect position.
And if you ask me, that's one that you're going to want to see again and again on either Blu-ray or DVD, courtesy of KBC Sports. Almost blocked there as Mount Whitney keeps possession. And the aggressive defensive style here of Ridgeview seems to play well. They're able to come up with a turnover.
Oh.
And I tell you, Tyler Ferguson had a perfect angle to get that shot in. Just wouldn't go down for him.
He did such a nice job using his body to get into position. He just missed. The hardest part he did very well, and then the easiest part, the layup, he was unable to convert on. He wants that one back for sure.
Unfortunately, we're unable to give the do-overs here, but we'll live and learn, and hopefully he's able to rebound and fix what he needs to fix and get it in the next time he's given an opportunity to have such an easy 2 handed to him. As Ridgeview's working its way up the court with Mr. Martin bringing the ball up. You've got Ferguson at the top of the key. Hands it off to Jeremy Lee, who's lightning quick and just looking for that opening, I would imagine. And he nails the 3.
Bam. 5-point game.
All net there for Lee as he makes this a 33-28 Mount Whitney lead.
Ridgeview's got no quit in them. I like it.
I tell you, not only do you have to worry about the sharp shooting of Lee. Oh, there you go. Trying a behind the back pass. No can do, as they're going to call.
And Loy came down hard on that one as well.
I'll tell you, Loy's going to get called for the foul there. The ball's going to go back to Ridgeview. It seems a little change in the momentum. Here we got a 33-28 Pioneers lead, 2:38 to go here in the third quarter.
You KBCSports.com and the Play On Sports Network showcase great high school games every week. And now you can access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook, get the latest KBC and Play On news on Twitter, or catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content can now link to your favorite social media site. Share all the high school action you see every week. Brought to you by your home for high school sports, KBCSports.com and Play On Sports.
Ed Alcarez here with Brian Vilvin. 2:38 to go in the third quarter. The Pioneers of Mount Whitney 33, the Ridgeview Wolfpack 28. Division III 2012 Central Section Basketball Final. And I tell you, we've got some great basketball yet to come, but we're going to focus on the present here. We've got a good one going. 5-point deficit for the Wolfpack. They're looking to cut into it here with this possession. Tyler Ferguson off the glass.
Pretty finish with the right. One possession game.
Cuts that lead down to 3. The Pioneers have kind of gone cold here on the offensive side, allowing the Wolfpack to get back into this ball game.
And an offensive foul here.
It's going to go the other way.
Jalen Watson. First personal foul for Watson.
Watson called on the foul there. The 6'2" senior guard. First foul of the ball game. We've got Brock Martin bringing it on up as he hands it off to the super speedy. Oh, I thought that was Jeremy Lee for a second. That's actually Javier Kirksey. Now it's back off to Lee. Near the foul line he's able to drop it.
Jeremy Lee coming alive here.
I tell you. He's spelling Martin as the main offensive contributor for this Ridgeview team as they're able to get the rebound off an errant shot from the Pioneers. We got a 33-32 ball game with 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. And just like the game that preceded this, they're exchanging blows and they're going back and forth as there's a turnover right there, right into the hands of Ryan Loy. As the Pioneers
That's
a
big foul. Kenyon Ross, his 4th personal foul. He'll have to come out at least until the fourth quarter, probably deep into that fourth quarter.
I tell you, he stopped. He tried to stop anyway.
And if you don't have Ross patrolling the middle, then it's going to be a steady dose of Will Nelson for the Pioneers.
He just kind of, his momentum wasn't able to stop as he laid into number 32, Garabed Kalangian. Knocked him to the floor, giving him his 4th foul. And like you said, you're going to have to sit him for just a little bit. But at this point, you really can't afford to sit such a great player.
Especially when you're down by only 1 point and everything's clicking so well. That's why that foul. And he was just hustling after the ball, but realized a little bit too late that he was about to take out the Pioneer player.
And he wasn't able to stop there, but he sure, without using anything but except for the side of his shoulder there, able to knock the Pioneer to the ground. And we are checking in to see if our engineer here has any high school basketball eligibility left. He says he's got some shorts and sneakers in the car. 2 years of eligibility left. 26-year-old sophomore looking for a high school to play at. Here we are back with under a minute to go here in the third quarter. The Pioneers turn it on over.
Nice steal by Kirksey.
You're going to have Brock Martin, bringing it back up.
Joseph Henry into the game, replacing Kenyon Ross. Ooh.
In and out, so close there for Jeremy Lee.
All right, we got no Ross down low. Let's see if they take it down low. And they do. Missed the layup there. Colton Dallenberg wants that one back.
I tell you, we had a 3 that almost went, almost doesn't count here, and then a 2 that just rattled off the rim. We're still at 33-32 with about 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Martin unable to make it go.
What a follow by Henry, fresh into the game, and gives his team the lead.
And at the end of the third period here, Ridgeview 34, Mount Whitney 33. We got a quarter to go. And if it's anything like the first three, we're in for a treat here. Joseph Henry, number 44, the forward/center, the junior, comes in for Kenyon Ross and quickly gets 2 on the board as he adds to the stat sheet there. So once again, as we start the fourth quarter, the Wolfpack of Ridgeview 34, Mount Whitney Pioneers 33.
Need a highlight video for your athlete working to earn that 4-year scholarship? Then you want to contact kbcsports.com. We can provide recruiting video for any athlete in any sport. Not only that, but we give you your own recruiting page right on our website. No more mailing DVDs to colleges. Instead, email coaches the link to your personal page. For more information, including pricing, contact us at recruits@kbcsports.com or call us at 619-677-3246. Catch the best of Central Section basketball on CIFCentral.tv. You can watch a replay of today's game after each one concludes. Plus, check out game highlights, player of the game interviews, and more. Or order a DVD or Blu-ray disc of the game. We're your home for basketball in the Central Section, CIFCentral.tv.
And we're back here with the start of the fourth quarter. And we've got a new team on top here as we do start, as Ridgeview has a slight lead here, 34-33 over Mount Whitney. And Mount Whitney here, the Pioneers with the ball, trying to figure out if they can heat up this offense that started off so well here in this ball game. And there a drive by Jalen Watson. He was unable to get it to go, but they will retain possession and get a new shot clock. Here to start out. And I tell you, if anything, they're going to need Alex Palomino to heat up and make himself a presence here offensively in this ball game if they're going to stand any chance of hoisting that plaque up as the Division III champs. And we've got a foul there.
I think the officials are actually going to turn this one around, say that it's, that's the right call. Mount Whitney should be awarded possession of that ball, as it was last touched by the Wolfpack. But nice pressure defense down low, staying in that zone. Palomino
couldn't get that one to drop. That would have been a three. That would have put them back on top.
Flying in, Joseph Henry going to be called for the foul against Nelson.
And he's a big body out there. Joseph Henry is the junior.
Number 44, Joseph Henry picks up his second foul.
And just as quickly, he's got two. As the Pioneers have possession here, looking to get the lead that they've maintained, looking to get back the lead they've maintained for most of this game.
Gonna have a travel or a jump ball here?
And they're conferring.
Jump ball.
We have jump ball.
Jump ball, and it's going to go Ridgeview's way.
Ball going to Ridgeview.
Well, I don't think you could have gone wrong if you'd have called a travel as well, but they're going to go ahead and call the jump ball. Wolfpack has possession here with 6:45 to go in the ball game. And if you're Ridgeview, you want to try to string together a couple of buckets, and you're not going to get it done like that as the ball is stripped away from Henry. Bringing it back up is Jalen Watson.
Jeremy Lee with the quick hands in there, getting another steal.
I tell you what, we're going to get a timeout by the Wolfpack, as Jeremy Lee was kind of pinned in the near corner to the left side of us by two defenders. as they hold on to a 34-33 lead here.
I think Coach Purdy is wondering why there was no foul on that one as Lee was taking the ball up the court. It looked like the reach-in was pretty obvious there.
And from our angle, it looked like it kind of caught him somewhere in the upper torso. But as we had mentioned before, they're letting the guys play here. I think that might have been a little bit extreme, but there was a no call. So as we resume play, key player out, Kenyon Rosk. And although he only had 1 point going in, it's just his presence out there, his physical presence.
Yeah, a lot of blocks, a lot of rebounds. Speaking of blocks, Will Nelson making his presence felt down low, the big fella.
He blocks, he dunks, he does it all.
Oh, what a board. Gonna have a foul there, but a great rebound by Jalen Watson. He couldn't get the follow to go, but went up strong, grabbed the ball.
As the Wolfpack will get the ball here. But yeah, two great opportunities. Unable to get anything to fall. With the Wolfpack clinging to a 1 point lead here with about 5:40 to go in the ball game.
Jump ball.
Jump ball, and it's going to go the Pioneers' way.
Couple of good possessions in a row for Watson. 5.5 minutes to go to determine this champion. Just a 1 point game. Exciting stuff here in the Division III final.
It's pretty exciting here. It's getting nerve-wracking.
Good crowd on hand. Both student sections going crazy.
Off the glass, unable to get it to go. Rebound by the Wolfpack. As Tyler Ferguson was able to come down with it. Ball knocked out of bounds there. As Ridgeview will retain possession. You got Jeremy Lee bringing it in, passes it out to Javier Kirksey.
Reach and foul there. Ryan Loy, I believe that's his third personal foul.
That is his third foul here. Let's see if Ridgeview can add to the slimmest of leads here. As you've got Javier Kirksey, the senior guard, at the line as he misses the first of a 1-and-1. And you got Jalen Watson bringing it up.
Got to get the ball down low to Nelson here. Got to get him some touches.
You got Jalen Watson right there, high off the glass, unable to get it to go.
Good follow by Nelson. He'll be at the line.
That's the third foul for Henry since he came in to replace the foul-troubled Kenyon Rosk, who has not made it back into this ball game with 4 fouls. And Nelson sinks the first free throw there.
Back tied up. Mount Whitney hasn't had the lead in a while. They can get the lead if Nelson will convert on this free throw attempt.
And speaking of Mr. Rosk, he's back in the ball game here. Try to get a good angle on the rebound, and bringing him in was a good move there as he does get the rebound.
He gets so high off the ground. Just flies through the air.
Knotted up at 34 here with about 4:25 to go in the ball game.
Oh, what a play. Give and go Kirksey to Ferguson. Nice finish.
Tyler Ferguson there puts the Wolfpack back up by 2. And there the Pioneers unable to get the shot to go. Possession back over for the Wolfpack. You've got Kirksey bringing it up. Playing a little pitch and catch there with Ross. Now you've got the offensive leader there, Martin. He kicks it back out. He gets the ball back.
Oh. Good position there by Ferguson, unable to convert the layup, but another beautiful pass. Ridgeview's making all the right passes right now.
And I tell you, Ferguson, earlier he was kicking himself over an easy two that he had in there. I'm just going to add that to the list. As you've got Ross here at the line. Looking to add to the lead here for the Wolfpack as we're inside 4 minutes to go in this Division III final between number 6 Ridgeview and number 1 Mount Whitney. Unable to get it to drop there as the Pioneers pick up the rebound. And there's just something to be said about the fact that you had mentioned, great crowd here, a close ball game. This is what it's all about. Left all alone in the top right corner. Alex Palomino couldn't get the three, but they're able to pick up the two there.
Nelson again, tying it up. Will Nelson's the guy they've gone to when they've needed a spark, any type of offense here for the Pioneers, and he's provided it.
And we're back where we started, all tied up as the clock continues to tick. Close to 3 minutes left. You've got Martin out there. You've got Ross out there. Kirksey, Ferguson, and Jeremy Lee.
Wow.
Brock Martin able to get that two.
All the way in the lane, fancy footwork and a good finish by Martin.
Possession arrow. To Ridgeview here as they're up 38-36. You got Javier Kirksey bringing it up on the upper portion of the court from us. You've got Martin Servain. He's looking to set everybody up. Kirksey with the fake. He kicks it back out to Martin. Martin loses it there. Tyler Ferguson able to come up with it. We're going to have a foul on Garabed Kalangian. That's going to bring Javier Kirksey to the foul line.
Big free throws here by Kirksey. His team in the lead by 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. He's got to hit these two, cushion that lead a little bit.
Looking to bring his team up by 3. Kirksey makes the first one.
So important to hit the front end on a bonus. Make sure you're coming away with at least something.
And believe it or not, with all of the ball handling that Kirksey has seen here in this ball game, those are his first points. As he nails the second one, and that's going to give the Wolfpack a 4-point lead here with about 2 minutes to go.
Big time free throws there. Clutch, Javier Kirksey. 2 minutes, Ed.
2 minutes and 3 seconds to be exact. You've got Ridgeview up by 4 here. The Cinderella 6th seed going up against the first seed. I keep mentioning it. It's just amazing because this is the biggest discrepancy in seeds that we've had here so far in any of the divisions. You've got pretty much.
And they won pretty handily in both of their semifinal matchups, both of their last playoff matchups, the semifinals and the quarterfinals, both double-digit victories. So they've gone in as the underdog, but they've taken care of business leading up to this championship.
They knocked off number 11, Shafter, knocked off number 3, Mission Oak, knocked off number 2, Independence. They're coming in red hot. and they've managed here to maintain a lead here. Just a couple minutes left to go.
And 18-8 on the season, champions of the South Yosemite League. So not a bad resume coming in. They did get the 6th seed, but they're playing like a top seed right now. Playing their best basketball at the end of the season.
Looking to get their first title since 2010. And as for Mount Whitney, they haven't had one since 1990.
Good strong take by Watson.
So you got a minute 46. You're Coach Purdy. What are you saying over there to your boys in purple?
Oh, that's the 5th foul on Kenyon Ross. So he's going to be on the bench the rest of the way. Joseph Henry checking in. That's a huge play there for the Wolfpack. A huge loss, I should say, on Kenyon Ross.
You've got Jalen Watson at the line, looking to cut into this lead here with a minute 46 to go.
This is a big second free throw here for Watson, missing the first one. He's got to make it a one-possession game. Then you got to get a stop immediately here on defense. 1:46, time is running out on the Pioneers.
Steps up to the line here. Looks like the Pioneer faithful in the crowd. Oh, and he misses it.
And a break for Mount Whitney as Tyler Ferguson caught the rebound and fell down, called with a travel.
It's going to put the ball right back into the Pioneers' hands. 1:44 on the clock. Here for Mount Whitney. Let's see if they can get something done here to cut into this lead. So they're moving it around.
Palomino wants the ball. Jalen Watson again in good position for that offensive board. He's going to go to the line. Let's see. He just missed a pair. Let's see if he can knock a couple down for the Pioneers.
Palomino, after hitting 3 threes in the first half, hasn't really been heard from since. That was a player that they desperately needed to stay hot. It hasn't happened here in the second half. As you've got Jalen Watson at the line, and he's missed his last 3 free throws. Let's see if he can drop this one in and, as you had mentioned, make this a one-possession game for the Pioneers.
And he stands oh, there he goes up to the line.
He does.
That was a big free throw there. Put those last 3 behind you. It says a lot about a kid who can put that out of his mind as a senior and then knock it down when his team needs it.
There's a scramble on the floor for the ball. They're going to go ahead and say it's Ridgeview's ball. There's at least 3 or 4 guys where they're scrambling for it.
Good call by the official. I think that went off one of the Pioneers' foot.
15-14 on the shot clock. As you've got Jeremy Lee bringing it back out near midcourt. Over to Kirksey.
1 minute left on the game clock.
Nothing doing there as he missed the rim by a good 2 feet. Possession back for the Pioneers, and we're under a minute. And they drain the 3. That's Palomino.
Big shot, Palomino, to tie the game up. That was huge.
He hit it when it counts. We're knotted up at 40 here, with about a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the actual game clock. Alex Palomino stepped up big right there and nailed a 3 from the lower part of the court that's facing us. You got the fans on their feet. Some yelling defense and some yelling for Ridgeview to take the lead here. shot up. They're able to get the rebound. And we're going to have a timeout.
No, it's a foul. They
Oh,
called
they're
a
gonna call
foul
a foul.
on Ferguson. So it's going to be Jalen Watson at the line. 4 seconds left in the game and a tie score. 1-1 for Watson. Wow.
I tell you, you can't script it any better than this. He's missed 3 of his last 4.
But he hit his last one. That might be a confidence
that's
builder.
That's the one that counts there. 4.4 seconds on the clock. We're knotted up at 40. And we're going to go ahead and take a timeout.
Mount Whitney. What a moment. 1 timeout left on each side. 4.4 seconds, and Jalen Watson at the free throw line shooting the bonus.
You've got a good crowd here. Everybody seems to be into the ball game. A tied ball game at that. You've got Jalen Watson, could possibly become the man of the hour if he's able to knock down these shots to give his team the lead with 4.4 seconds to go here in this Division III final. And if you're the Wolfpack, you're looking to Watson misses that first shot, you get the rebound. You got 1 timeout left. Make something happen on the offensive end. So many scenarios, so many possibilities here.
And
laying on the shoulders of Jalen Watson.
Yeah, it all starts with Watson hitting that first free throw.
Let's see if the senior guard here.
And then if you're Ridgeview, if he misses and you get the rebound, immediately call timeout.
You immediately call that timeout. As Watson steps up to the line.
Oh, this is good stuff.
Most of the crowd here on their feet as he's getting ready to take his first shot. It's a 1-1. Let's see what Watson puts up here. And he misses it. And they're going to go ahead and give the possession to Mount Whitney.
I'm surprised Ridgeview didn't call a timeout immediately. They call the timeout now. That's their final timeout, but I'm surprised they didn't call a timeout as soon as they got the ball. 1.9 seconds. Now Mount Whitney has the ball on their own side of the court, and a shot at a last-second bucket here, try to win it.
You've got Coach Purdy. He was out on the court pleading his case. He's not going to be able to overturn the decision here by the referees. As the top-seeded Mount Whitney Pioneers will have the ball when we resume play. 1.9 on the clock, 40-40. And it's going to be interesting to see what kind of play you're going to call here, but if I was a betting man, I'd put it in the hands of Alex Palomino.
That's right, number 42 better be touching this ball.
He managed to nail a huge 3 to knot this ball game up. And I had just said previously how he had pretty much gone cold offensively here for his team.
Well, he's the guy you want touching the ball.
And he quieted me up pretty quick as he drained that 3.
Watch for him to set a couple screens here to get Palomino a good look. 1.9 seconds. He can take two dribbles here.
They're scrambling to get him around. Looking for the alley-oop there.
So out of bounds. That means that Ridgeview is going to get the ball at that exact spot. And now the Wolfpack, although they have no timeouts, they'll get the ball on the sideline, try to set something up. They can get a couple dribbles and a shot.
And I tell you what, that was a gutsy call there by Coach Aguiar. Oh, what a shot! I tell you what, Javier Kirksey from well beyond the three-point mark takes the inbound pass, throws it up off the glass, and nails a 3. And you've got the finish to this Cinderella story as the Ridgeview Wolfpack win the Division III boys title 43-40, and what a ball game, Brian.
Wow, Javier Kirksey It looked like he could have taken it about 10, 15 steps further, or feet further, but instead he launched it from close to midcourt and drills it off the glass. And the Ridgeview Wolfpack are the Division III champions. Wow, Javier Kirksey, the senior, just hit the shot of his life.
I tell you what, right there, as you said, he had room to go. He had time. And I bet you if you ask him, he'll tell you, oh, we've drawn that play up 1,000 times in practice. We're good to go.
Wow.
And what a great finish here. Once again, the 2011-2012 CIF Central Section basketball champions, Division III.
Wow.
The number 6 Ridgeview Wolfpack. Wow, what a way to finish a ball game.
And the Pioneers are just crushed. On the winning end, there's no better way to win it in exciting fashion like that, but if you're on the losing end of that game, it's so tough to take. A prayer off the backboard for the winner.
And I'm sure as a kid, almost everybody in this arena has taken that shot.
Absolutely.
In their backyard, at the playground, wherever it may be. Javier Kirksey hits the shot where it counts, and they're gonna hoist up the plaque as champions here.
Wow.
What a shot.
Unbelievable. Best finish I've seen to a game.
And I tell you, we can sit here and analyze and say the woulda, coulda, shouldas. Bottom line, he got the ball in his hands, put it up, it went in. Enough said. There you go. 43-40. The Wolfpack over the Pioneers to take the Division III title here in just dramatic fashion. You've got to like the way this game finished.
Unbelievable.
I tell you, and the crowd just as he after the shot went in, it woke up our engineer Manny Nunez. Took his head off of the laptop there that he's manning in front of him. Sorry about that, Manny.
This place just erupted. Oh, you can't ask for a better finish.
I tell you, what a great finish to this ball game.
Wow.
And stay tuned, because we've got another great game coming up. The Division I girls final. Stockdale, number 1 coming in, facing number 2 Hanford. And I'll tell you what, if this next game is as half as entertaining as this game was, we're in for a treat, and that'll be a our engineer Manny Nunez will move on over into the broadcast seats, and you'll be hearing myself. I'll slide over from the play-by-play to the color analyst alongside Manny. We'll be playing musical chairs here, but I guarantee you, we'll give you the best that we got here in game 9 of 10 on this championship weekend, live from Fresno, Selland Arena. And these last couple of games that we've seen, I'm telling you, we've got our money's worth. Definitely. It's pretty much taken away Brian Vilvin's ability to focus, think, and even talk. He sat down, his motor skills gave way right after that shot was made. Brian, do you got anything left here?
I don't know. That's as good a finish as I've ever seen. Javier Kirksey, the man of the hour, with the biggest shot of the weekend. And it's going to take a lot to top that in the next couple of games. Great performance by Bob Aguilar's Mount Whitney team, but Ridgeview, the Wolfpack, the 6th seed, coming in, upsets all along the way, and they've got a Division III Boys Central Section Championship to show for it.
Well, that'll wrap it up here for this broadcast on this ball game, but we're going to be coming back 6 p.m. to see 1 and 2. 1 being Stockdale, 2 being Hanford for the Division I girls final at 6 p.m. We'll pick up the action in roughly about 24 minutes. Hopefully it'll give me a chance to try to get back my voice a little bit after having to lose it, but in grand fashion, the Wolfpack of Division III there, Ridgeview, knocking off Mount Whitney 43-40. Great finish. And that'll do it here for this broadcast. Stay tuned, though. Coming up in a little less than 24 minutes, CIFCentral.tv. We're going to have 1 and 2 in the Division I. Pretty much the big game for the girls coming up shortly. That'll do it for myself, Ed Alcarez, my main man, Brian Vilvin, engineer Manny Nunez. We're going to go take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more action live from Selland Arena in Fresno, California.